Welcome to Titillating Tuesdays with the Comic Relief Crusader. Woohoo!
From days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe, there stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture. Loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolf, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the Comic Relief Crusader. Damn you, switch over. It couldn't have happened sooner. There we go. I am back. I am here, and it is Titillating Tuesday, and everybody has now entered the Geekosphere. That is Titillating Tuesday, episode 154, and hello to everybody that happened to make it here. And you know what? And earlier, man, I probably have the earliest chat on YouTube. It seems like even like an hour before the show starts, everybody just starts coming in and yip yapping away, and I have to join in and greet all of you. And first and foremost, let's see, we got Sylvia, your lovely artist, is here. A sassy spider angel dust is also here. Hello. And who else do we got here in the chat? We got Canadian Cat, fellow Canadian, and Stark Void is also here. How's it going? Alistair, the the radio host, man. I gotta take a breather there for a second. Silly Painter Millie. I just like saying it that way, and I will say it that way. Vincent number 2 is here. So, hello, Vincent number 2. And who's we got here? We got everybody's favorite Gap. Mind the Gap, because Gap After Dark is here as well. We got Kitsu Star and Konnichiwa to you too. We got Cat Burglar Nami. Hello. You steal the chat. That's the only thing I can say. So navigate your way through the chat appropriately. And we got my other favorite wrench that is also here, besides Cap, and that is Vincent number 1. So, howdy ho to you, sir. Nice to see you. Pop Culture Republic, I know that your show's started by now, but you know what? After the show, I'm going to drop by and say hi, and thank you for leaving a like, and I really appreciate that. And have fun on your show too, which has actually started right now, so you can't hear me. And that being said, Vincent and many others in this chat have said, whether you're watching on YouTube, on Rumble, or on the on X, to like and share and comment and subscribe and hit the little heart emoji. And you know what? Make sure, if you happen to be on Rumble, I don't know, you know what? I'm sure Rumble has one, but you know what? If you're on the YouTubes, make sure the notification bell is, activated, kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about. Make sure that all the shows go as planned and that you need to be here. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights, the man of few words. What's up to you, dude? Nice to see you, my man. And Mr. Peterson, who says, where all the white women at? Well, they're right here. And probably other women of other ethnicities. It's the only thing that popped in my head. So, DJ Play Nice, my favorite DJ. How's it going, man? And that's right, because now is a good time to share out the show. Send it to a friend or an enemy if you want to annoy them, or boast upon on your own YouTube channel in the community tab. That's right, because you know what? I don't use the community tab very often, and you know what? I really should more often. And nice to see you, man. It's good to see you, dude. And salute, and thanks for hosting, and thank you for hosting along with this show. My God, words I cannot form today. Lenrod, everybody's favorite gamer dude, Lenrod. How's it going, man? And who else have we got? We got. Oh, I didn't say hi to you. Oh, that's right, because you know what? I scrolled down fast just to make it through, and the Wonderland Town is here, and I'm saying hello to you. There you go. See, I even did it in song format. So, you know what? And Rumble notifications they are special. Yes. And we know what special means. Special means retarded. So, no, none of the Rumble side. Okay, and see, my circles are hot. That's right. They is hot. And Winrave, my other fellow Transformer fan that happened to show up here. You know what? Okay, so to Mr. Peterson and Winrave. Okay, tonight I will send Keith a message about what's going on with Hotspot. Okay, because you know he's all the way in China. You know, China, where viruses were brought over allegedly from around the world or to around the world. Anyway, you know what I mean. So I will check in with Keith, see what's going on. Hook for Constructicons is definitely next, and I will check on certain Pantone colors. And Husk there over the X side. Hello, Husk. How's it going, dude? And thank you for filling up the X side of things. So, okay, now that we got the hellos in order, and pretty much spent like 12 minutes like saying all of that. How's it going, everybody? I hope you had a great weekend. To all my fellow Canadians out there, I hope you had a nice long weekend. And yeah, because here in communist Canada, we actually still have holidays, and it would happen to be May long weekend, which in many places of the country was Victoria Day for a queen that's been dead for over 100 years at this point. So Queen Victoria. I don't know why we celebrate her birthday, and it's beyond me. It's like, you know, what did you ever do for us? Not much. So, but when Alberta separates, we'll just have to rename that. So, and Mr. Peterson says, look forward to any info Keith will let squeak out. Oh, I do the squeaking. Oh, that reminds me. He sent me a picture, and I got to check up on it in my email. And there with a comment I always enjoy. And the as the old saying goes, Canada sucks. Yes, it does. So, yeah, that's right. 1901. It's when she kicked the bucket. And I was about to say I'm glad, but you know, whatever. I don't care. Anyway, now it's time for...
And now it's time for Stupid News. All the news, stupid and new from around the world.
Okay, so what do we got for... What do we got for stupid news today? So all the news that's stupid and improved thanks to the website that Gap provided me with a few weeks ago. and I'm glad for that. So that's right. Yes, blame Canada. Hey, okay. You know what? Before we get into stupid news, and John, I agree. And time for the pain, says Lamrod. Mike has been titillating since 1890. I have. Oddly suspect, I think. Okay, so what's going on with stupid news? All right. And Tim, those are huge circles, but I like Sydney Sweeney. So, and somebody's doing double tummy next. Awesome. Okay, so what's going on in stupid news today? Okay. So, bizarre crime. What we got right here? Student pleads guilty after Chat GPT confess. Okay. This looks like fun. All right, so what's going on here? Perp cop to vandalism spree in 3 a.m. Convo with AI program. Okay, so this happened on May 14th. Oh, wow, just 4 days ago. Wow, they're quick on the news. So, a Missouri collegarian, is that how you pronounce that? Collegarian? I guess a guy that went to college in Missouri who confessed to chat GPT, followed a drunken criminal rampage today, pleaded guilty to a felony charge for vandalizing 17 vehicles in a campus parking lot, according to court records. Wow. I would say never go to university, but in this case, don't go to college. Ryan Schaefer, age 20, copped to a property damage count during a circuit court appearance in connection with a 3 a.m. spree last year, during which he shattered car windows, ripped off side mirrors, dented hoods, and broke windshield wipers at Missouri State University in Springfield. If you happen to live near there and you had car damage, let's say about a year ago, now's your chance to get in some goods. Schaefer, seen that right, who looks like a really bad impersonation of of oh my god, of Bill from Bill and Ted. Keanu Reeves in his younger years when he was playing Bill. Oh my god. See that right, is scheduled to be sentenced on July 27th. So, while in class, felony carries a range of punishments of between 1 to 4 years in state prison. Schaefer, who is free on $7,500 bond, could be locked up for a special term, not to exceed 1 year in Greene County Jail. Vin says, yeah, headline is confusing. It sounds like Chat GPT confessed. It does, kind of. Or when rape, or the AI ratted him out. God. You never know. I mean, right? But it's worse. Was Chat GPT snitching? Oh, yeah, well, you never know. Dr. Smooth Wheeljack, you rat computer. Oh, that's right. Reeves played Ted. Yes, sorry. Why do I get that backwards? That's odd. Because I'm a big fan of the movies of Bill and Ted. Yeah, he played Ted. Duh. Or want to be Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Yeah, or it could be that. And Ledrod, I'd say he's going to get off scot-free as it's a blue town, but he's white. Oh, yeah, true. That's true. Okay, so how does this relate to GPT? Yeah, I'm kind of interested here. So, the Springfield Police Department investigation of the vandalism spree discovered that minutes after damaging the autos, Schaefer had a lengthy Chat GPT conversation during which he confessed to the crime, asked about the possibility of getting caught, and wondered, is there any way they could know it was me, according to a probable cause statement? Oh my God. He literally admits it to AI to Chat GPT. Are you? Oh my God. Well, he's 20, so yes, stupid. And in a blue state, yeah, that's right. Can't forget that letter on. So a search of Schaefer's iPhone yielded a troubling dialogue exchange. This this defendant seems to have had with artificial intelligence software installed on his phone. Investigators reported. Oh my God! During his typo-laden conversation. See, all you younger listeners out there, this is why spelling is most important. During his typo-laden conversation with ChatGPT, Schaefer asked, "How fucked am I?" and "Will I go to jail?" After the AI program gave tips about the potential outcome of getting caught or being involved in this kind of behavior, Schaefer typed, "What if I smash the shit out of multiple cars?" God. Well, then, that gets you in bigger trouble, doesn't it? So at one point, cops said Schaefer asked ChatGPT if Missouri State University, MSU, has cameras in the freshman parking lot. Why don't you go out and look before you do the crime? How about that? There's a thing that we're all born with, most of us, 99.9% of the human population. It's called eyes. And if he wasn't a drunken slob at the time, he would have used them and took a look for cameras. But apparently referring to prior vandalism, Schaefer, who was a sophomore at the time of his arrest, wrote, "I got away with it last year, and I don't think there's any way they could know my face," he added. It felt really nice. Really, really, oh, whatever. I can't read improper English. I felt really nice to fuck their hit up. He added that he fucked up all those useless fucker cars and that all deserve to get, well, I can't read that, rapaid and murdered. I'll just say it that way, okay? Because, YouTube algorithm, right? So apparently, following his arrest, a judge barred him from any premise where the primary item for sale is alcoholic beverages. So no drinky for him, and required him to comply with random testing for drugs or alcohol. It is unclear what impact Schaefer's criminal case has had on his educational pursuits. Well, you know what? We can view the document too. That doesn't really matter. But I mean, really, you're gonna consult with a non-entity of whether or not you think you're gonna get caught? God. Husk found some stupid news. And Ludrod, anyone who thinks anything you doing on your phone is private is beyond stupid. Yes, 100% true. And no, I cannot ignore that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, wait a minute. Let me highlight that. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, but yeah. Don't. Look, people, drink in moderation, first of all, if you're going to drink. Okay? Second of all, don't be retarded and smash other people's cars. Because if you do not, if you get caught, you're going to get a beatdown of a lifetime. If you don't get caught, you will eventually. So, and yeah, no, I agree with you, Vince. Yeah, sounds like a now typical college student. Yes, it does. University is said to be higher learning or higher education. And I guess this proves what makes college college. So, and, what was it? Was it Husk that said, I found a stupid news before? Oh, you found a stupid news before. Okay. Husk, if you want to message that to me, send it in a DM, and if I like it, I'll use it on the show. So, Letterot says, as a Wisconsinite, oh really? That's what they call them, Wisconsinite. Okay. Them's fighting words. That's right. How dare you do that? Okay, so last week, yeah, we did the man who pooped Tiffany diamonds. That was fun. So we'll do the Friday photo fun match game because that's always fun. And because this comes out on Friday, we do it here on Tuesday, and it's a great time waster. So 2 weeks ago we got one right. Last week we got absolutely nothing right. But what are we going to come up with today? Let's see. Oh, Vince! Today I bought my first soda beer in like 3 years. In Scotland, it would have been considered a cocktail. Lager and lime. Congratulations on your first beer after 3 years. The solution to and problem of all of life's problems. So, oh my God. John, the Crypt Edition. Okay. So, first guy we got on the benches, he looks like a loser from a boxing match. Second guy, who's obviously orange in his wear, looks like he looks like he's got a neck brace on, and I don't know what the hole. Maybe he's got a tracheotomy. You never know. Okay, this lovely fine lady here with another neck brace that looks like from a trailer park. And what is it with everybody? We got 3 in a row with neck braces of some sort. Okay, that's interesting. And the guy at the end who looks sad and lonely, and he's wearing something. I don't know what it is, but he looks like he belongs at a clown rodeo show. So, what are the choices that we got? We got cocaine trafficking, driving without a license, felony in possession of firearm, driving under the influence, and carjacking. So, okay. Tim says, well, when my dad was going to the Air Force Academy, they would have riots in the student housing area. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So John says carjacking number 1. Okay. First one looks like a cartoon version of Toothache. Oh my God, yeah. Okay. John's just going nuts with all the suggestions. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Gap says the neck brace chick cannot be driving under the influence. She's probably the cocaine trafficker. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Never know. Okay. Vince says number 1, driving without license. Yeah, probably. Tim says number 2, and if they were told to move a plane, they would move it, except for the F4 and F105 was being done. Oh, really? Okay. No, license number 2. Okay. 3, cocaine. Okay. Let's see. Hey, look up Mobile, Alabama right now. Well, I can't right now. I'm in the middle of a show. Okay. Lenrod says 1, carjacking, 2, under the influence, 3, driving without license, 4, felon in possession of firearm, and 5, cocaine trafficking. 2, firearm. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me go back in the chat a little bit here. Because everybody's okay. So should we do number 1, carjacking? Can we probably agree on that? Let's do or drivers or driving without a license. Ooh. Okay. All right, let's do Let's do let's do one driving without a license. For some odd reason, I'm getting one without a license. Okay. It seems like the general consensus for number 3 is okay. 5 dependent. Damn. Okay. Wait. I'm gonna do 3. Okay. Lenrod says 3 without a license. And we got DUI number 3. Oh, jeez. Okay. 5 definitely under the influence. Okay, 5 definitely under the influence. You think so? Because I want to say, Okay, let's do that. All right. I think somebody said number 3, cocaine trafficking. That, for some other reason, wouldn't surprise me. We'll do 4, carjacking, and because everybody's picking it, I'm gonna say this guy. Okay, because he's a felon, right? Because he's already got the suit on. See, that makes sense. 3, cocaine. Yes. See, I agree with that. Black guys, Gap. Black guys, the carjacker. Oh my God. Okay. Number 4, carjacking. Yeah. Okay. I think that's the general consensus. Okay. Cocaine is. Oh my God, John. John, cocaine is 80s shit. 5 with that mullet screams 80s. God. Jeez. Okay. All right, let's pick. We're gonna submit. Okay, here we go. We're gonna submit. And really? I got the felon with the firearm right. Okay, wait a minute. Number 3 was driving under the influence. The first black guy was carjacking, not the 4th one. So, okay, so the 4th one was cocaine trafficking. Really? It would have been much more interesting if it was her for some reason. Okay, so really old Conway Twitty was driving without a license. See, because I would have thought the first one, because look, he's bandaged up. He's got a Band-Aid on his forehead. You think of driving without a license, and then he hit the brakes or he hit something, and you think his head probably smashed into the windshield, right? You would kind of think that. I would think that, but wow, so close, guys, so close. Yeah. But you know what? Gap. God done, stupid criminals, says Lenrod. Yes. How dare they? But you know what? Okay. This stupid news has become more fun thanks to Gap After Dark. Gap After Dark for all your fun needs for this show. So there we go. That's stupid news. So, for this titillating Tuesdays. And you know what? I was thinking about this. For all the stupid news that I've done for over 4 years at this point, I really should take snippets out and just post it on the YouTube channel. And just see what everybody said. Past guests that were on here, stuff like that. It's so much fun. It is so much fun. I really like it. So that's it for stupid news. So all the news on Stupid and Improved, brought to you by America and occasionally Canada. So that's my headcanon. Told Sweet Tooth was the carjacker. Yeah, you did. And Lenrod's gonna go back to work, but you're still gonna be lurking. Good. Tell everybody this is what you do, folks. Everybody, like Wendy included the whole trauma team into the show. So must all of you be if you happen to be at work and let your friends join in to the channel because it's fun. If it's fun for you, it's fun for them. And if it's fun for them, it's fun for us. So, there you go. George Sylvia, America. Because I'm proud to be an American. No, not yet. So, anyway, okay, so what have we got going on in news? We got, today's going to be kind of a review day. It's going to be a little bit different because we got one movie that's already out. Haven't seen it yet. Another movie that is going to come out on Friday and more than likely going to be seeing it. So why don't we tackle the one that I probably will see? Because I know it's been mentioned a few times here where I am at. And that would be the Mandalorian and Grogu review. The rotten, I guess the go rotten and bad sign for Disney Star Wars comeback. Really? Yeah, Vince. You know what? You're right. Yeah, I haven't seen Winnie in a while. Hope her dad is okay and still around. As far as I know, hold on a second here. Something's going on. I think her dad is doing better. She had a little bit of a sniffle lately, but I think she's okay. Um, I call it Mongo and the Weirdo Kid. Yeah, probably. Gag grow wolf flop. I don't listen to those reviewers anymore, says Mr. Peterson. You know what? Yeah, exactly. Because, yeah, since when did we listen to reviews? Because, like I said, if you like it, you win. And also, you know what? Just because a reviewer said it's bad, well, you might not think it's bad. So, Fitz. Oh, Disney didn't like that. They tried to cut CRC off. My God. Yeah, that'll be the day, won't it? Jeez. Come on. I'm way too small for Disney to notice. Jeez. I hope Grogu chokes and becomes a Force Ghost in the movie. Oh, man. You guys are brutal. Jeez. Okay. So let's see. Let's just see. What's up with this? Okay, because I will admit, listen, I don't mind the Mandalorian. You know, it's not a bad show, except for season 3. Okay, we can pretty much all admit that the latter half of season 3 was bullshit. So, first 2 seasons, great. You know, like the characters in there, Carl Winters, miss him. You know, he's going to be missed from the show, which is really bad. You know, which is really too bad. What they did, obviously, to Gina Carano, you know, obviously that's bad. However, maybe with Kathleen Kennedy out, maybe Jon Favreau might bring her back, which would be nice. So, for oh God, are you serious? For instance, the Odyssey is getting positive reviews. Oh, for God's sake! Yeah, of course it would be. So, but yeah, and Gap, yeah, a lot of reviewers said it was bad. Yeah, but let's make up our own mind. So, probably we'll see this if things go right on Friday. Because first of all, it's payday, and haven't been to the movie in a while. Plus, on top of that, with my bank, we get a little bit of a program where I build up points for whatever I purchase, and then that way I get free movie tickets. So if I get free movie tickets, then nothing lost, really. So anyway, let's have a look and see what's going on here. So the Mandalorian and Grogu reviews are in, and Well, remember, this is Disney, and Disney and Lucasfilm may not be getting the big screen Star Wars comeback they wanted. Well, you never know. So, the first Star Wars movie in theaters in really 7 years? Has it been 7 years already? Is currently hovering at 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, putting it right on the edge of rotten status. Well, okay, first of all, um, usually, first of all, anybody remember when Rotten Tomatoes was just like, like a spoof website? You know? And on top of that, it seems to be whenever Rotten Tomatoes doesn't like anything, fans generally like it because Rotten Tomatoes always kind of pumps up the woke crap while audience hate it, and it goes vice versa most of the time, right? So 60% of Rotten Tomatoes, if they're thinking it's bad, maybe it might be okay. That's all I'm saying. So, and like we said, or like what John said. Yeah, since reviewers are incapable of being objective, he said on the Rumble side. So, and that is true. So, and Vince, you have been listening to reviewers? No, I don't. I tend to stay away from them. So, and Tim, yeah, at this point, money is being laundered. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. And I come in to see Odyssey, especially Miss Achilles. Fritz, oh my god. And Gap. I might actually go to the movies for this one. Brendan Fraser stars in the World War II historical drama Pressure, which is being scheduled to be released in U.S. theaters on May 29, 2026. Really? You know what? Okay. Brendan Fraser, I like that movie that he did. What was it? The Whale? That was actually pretty good. It was really, really good. And Gap also says, Jim Cost says, stick a fork in this movie. Yeah, but here on this channel, Comic Relief says, make up your own damn mind. Don't listen to other pundits, except maybe me. So, so apparently the score is a big deal for Lucasfilm, and The Mandalorian and Grogu marks the franchise's first theatrical release since 2019. The abysmal piece of crap movie, Rise of Skywalker. And it arrives during a major leadership change, right? Because, like I said before, KK is out, stepping down from Lucasfilm, and Dave Filoni and Lin-Win Brennan taking over as co-presidents. So, while Kathleen Kennedy returns to producing, hopefully nowhere's near Star Wars or Lucasfilm. God, I hate her. Anyway, the movie also follows the backlash to Mandalorian Season 3. Fans loved the first two seasons. Like I said, I did. And Season 3 split the audience and cooled off some of the hype around Din Djarin and Grogu hitting to theaters. So, yeah. Because, you know what? Here's the thing. They ended up destroying the Darksaber. It was like kind of prevalent in, Clone Wars and, blah, blah, blah. And it's like at the end, it's like, no, we just, oops, we broke it. Like, the fuck? Seriously? It's the only thing that could, go toe to toe with a lightsaber at least. Like, come on, man. Gap. Oh my god. Mike, do you have a secret crush on Grogu as an excuse to go buy the Grogu meal with chicken nuggets? Yes. Yes, I do. He's so cute. I just want to pinch his cheeks. Another one's on his face. So, oh, and thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate that. So I shared the show out on X and my channel. Yay! Thank you. I appreciate that. Gab says, "Whoops! Wait a minute. Hold on there. That would be cool if they had that on streaming. I would do that. I don't want to wait too long. I'll become disinterested." Oh, for this one? Well, it comes out this Friday. That's the thing. So, and KK is out now, but she wasn't while this was in production, says Tim. And yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, all the lackeys are still there. That's what worries me a little. I knew you like Grogu sauce. My God. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, okay, so what are these quote unquote reviewers saying? Apparently the overall reaction is mixed. So, okay. The positive reviewers say the movie works as a fun, kid-friendly, action-heavy Star Wars adventure. Okay, see, I'm okay with that, right? Because, you do kind of want to attract the kids, galaxy far away, far, far away, and, and a long, long time ago. And so, okay, I can get that aspect of it. I can kind of get behind that because, if you make it fun for kids, at least it's enjoyable for them, right? So critics who liked it praised the creature work. The big screen visuals, Ludwig Göransson's score, Grogu's cuteness, and the lighter pulp adventure tone. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say this. Ludwig Göransson's music on The Mandalorian, I do like that. I do. It's not the atypical John Williams Star Wars score, right? So I like that this score it fits the, how should I put it, this subworld of the Star Wars universe, right? The for lack of a better description, the Mandalorian verse kind of thing, right? And yeah, Grogu's cuteness, yes, because baby Yoda, so he's a baby. Baby's got to look cute, I guess. So that kind of goes without saying. So the negative reviews are a bit harsher. So a lot of critics say the movie feels less like a real Star Wars film and more like a few Disney Plus episodes stitched together for IMAX. So common complaints include a weak story, bland writing, little character development, forgettable action, and a lack of major stakes. So apparently several reviews use the same basic criticism that The Mandalorian and Grogu is fine, but it is not the big cinematic event Disney needed. So it's like, okay, fine. Oh yeah, that's right. You got two big fat huts that apparently are in this. So, let me just catch up on the channel a little bit here. Okay, so Husk Comic, could I send you the stupid news on X? I don't use Discord. Yeah, hey, not a problem. Like I said, just DM me on X. And here's the thing. Yeah, you're gonna have some hate. You're gonna have some likes. Sure. Fez, how's it going, man? Hail there, all you happy peoples. He says, yeah. Thanks, man. John, my Fez bro. Vince, baby, he's 50 years old. He needs to grow up. Well, yeah, but he's like the same species as Yoda, and they age slow, man. So, Yeah, maybe 50s. I don't know. Whatever. What am I? His mother? Come on, man. Tim, if they got Boba Fett in the show and he teamed up with Mandalorian, that would have been great. You know what? Yeah, I agree. I totally 100% agree. That would have been good. Some Boba Fett action. Come on, that'd be awesome. Um, so okay, so basically, let me go back a little bit here. So some are saying, yeah, okay, it's a weak story. It looks like a couple of Disney episodes stitched together for IMAX. Bland writing, little character development. Okay, forgettable action. Well, okay, well, um, hmm. You know what? Okay. Uh, I will take under advisement that it could possibly feel like a couple of Disney Plus episodes. I kind of get that. Because you know what? Let's just put it this way. Generally, TV writers um, don't make good movie writers. And most of you know what I mean. Okay? Uh, Sylvia, I hug you back. It's hard to type when I'm doing this. because because I'm trying to read. So, and Fizz says, comic, finish mowing the lawn today, need fish and junk food. Um, if I mailed it to you, uh, that fish would be like a bioweapon by the time it got to you. Yep, I watched any of the new Star Wars stuff. The last thing I watched was Revenge of the Sith. I refuse to watch new Star Wars. I don't blame you. Oh, you haven't. You haven't watched any of the new Star Wars stuff. Okay, let's just put it to you this way, Gap. Mandalorian season 1 and 2, pretty good. Like really, really good. That's what a lot of people say. Season 1 and 2, really good. Season 3 could be better. I don't know if it's critical to the movie. More than likely, let's just say season 3 could have been a lot better, only because KK kind of interjected where Dave Filoni. No, sorry, um, not Dave Filoni. Friggin' God, Iron Man dude, um, Favreau, kind of interfered with Favreau's work. Let's put it that way. So if you can suffer through, I'm going to say the later half or around midway of season 3, um, you'll be relatively okay. So, but season 1 and 2, really, really good. So, it's worth the watch. So, and John said, yeah, people expected this to be more than a 2-hour episode of the show. Then they were only fooling themselves. True. Yeah, and I hate oh God. Yeah, I hate those last movies. Anyway, Iron Man dude, yeah, that's totally helping us understand what you're saying. Yes, John Favreau, that's who I mean. Besides, he's a bounty hunter that doesn't do any bounty hunting. He's a babysitter instead. Mr. Mom in Space. Yeah, you know what? He doesn't do an awful lot of bounty hunting lately. That's true. And John says on the Rumble side, you also have to remember the show is called The Mandalorian. Yeah, it was never supposed to be about just the one person. It's supposed to be about their culture. True. Yeah, that's right. You know what? I kind of forgot about that. So, but anyway, so some of the really negative reviews argue The Mandalorian and Grogu is too safe, too small, and too disposable for Star Wars' return to theaters. Apparently, Fandom Wire gave it a 4 out of 10 and says the writing is bland, stale, and expository. CNET says the movie lacks real character development and fails to create the emotional connection needed to make the story work. IGN gives it a 5 out of 10, says it is missing thrills, surprises, challenges, and anything meaningful to the franchise. And then apparently some critics go even harder. So Jeremy Jones calls it safe, disposable sci-fi slop. IO9 says the movie doesn't even try. The playlist argues Star Wars is mistaking brand extension for imagination. And the rap is more positive overall, but many negative reviews hit the same point. It doesn't feel like a bold new era for Star Wars. So, yeah, Associated Press calls it clumsy, disjointed, and overlong. Dang, they're not mincing words, are they? So, the big complaint is that the movie feels like a TV content blown up for theaters. Critics from outlets including The Verge and Mashable, Inverse, and others compare the film to an extended episode, a theme park attraction, or video game cutscenes instead of a major Star Wars movie. Damn. Several reviewers also say the movie lacks importance. Digital Spy calls it possibly the most inconsequential Star Wars movie. Coming Soon says it is generic and safe. Looper says it lacks the risk and ambition usually associated with Star Wars, even when the franchise misses. Dang. That's really harsh. You know what? I'm going to say this, though, that most of these outlets will go ahead and toe the line for a lot of crappy movies out there too. So this is where I should have put it. This is kind of where you gotta kind of sort it out in your head, like, okay, are they just saying that because maybe it is actually good and it doesn't toe the woke line and therefore calling it bad? Or is it actually that bad? See what I'm kind of saying? You're going to have to play it by ear, I guess, you know? Positive reviews, though. The positive reviews are not calling The Mandalorian and Grogu a game changer. Instead, they say it works best in a simple popcorn movie. Okay, see, that I can kind of go behind, right? Winrave needs to create emotional blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. I'm not really a fan, but at the same time, for a continuing series, I've come to hate the complaints of no stakes, needs emotional attachment, etc. Yeah. John, yeah, calibrate your expectations. Also, take time to look these reviewers up and see what movies they call home runs. Exactly. See, this is what I'm saying, right? I mean, look, some people are saying The Odyssey, like what was mentioned earlier in the chat, for all you guys on Rumble and YouTube and X. You know, some reviewers are calling The Odyssey, it's just fabulous. It's so awesome. You know. Meanwhile, you got Ellen Page. My God, trying to play a dude, and what was it? And race swapping a pivotal character in classic Greek storytelling. Gee, who do you believe? You know. So, PB in Wonderland chasing a white rabbit. Yeah. Let's see. And Fez, massive train wreck of oil and other toxic tank cars right away and destroyed the entire town pretty much. Yeah, Helen of Troy was apparently black now. Yes, apparently. Yeah. because now that we're the new generation, now we're all more enlightened, and new evidence has come out apparently. So yeah, no, screw that, man. So, and that's what I'm saying. So what are some of these positive reviews? Okay, works best as a simple popcorn movie. See, I like a simple popcorn movie, right? It it doesn't always have to be pew pew pew, bang bang bang, shoot 'em up, blah 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 blah. Sometimes we just want a simple popcorn movie. USA Today gives it 3 out of 4 and calls it an enjoyable throwback romp with action and weird creatures, and that's okay. Empire gives it a 3 out of 5 and says it is lively and an essential, while noting Mando remains cool and Grogu remains cute. Well, of course, because making Grogu ugly would kind of defeat the purpose. So, some critics praise the movie's creature feature energy. I mean, I kind of appreciate that. LA Times points to the wordless scenes and creature work as a strength. The Guardian says the film is a watchable and moves along, though it lacks some of the humanity, humor, and space melodrama that made Star Wars lovable. Well, okay, well, that's fine. I suppose I can kind of get away with that. Other positive reviewers say the film delivers exactly what it needs to deliver. Vital Thrills calls it pure popcorn entertainment. And NME says it proves there is still cinematic life in Star Wars. Nerdit calls it pure fun with heart. Screen International says it is well crafted, brisk, and entertaining, even if it is inessential. And a few reviewers say the film may better play for families and younger audiences rather than old fans expecting a major Star Wars event. See, this kind of makes sense then. Film Threat says kids will eat it up while adults deserve better. The bulk word says the movie seems designed for kids and that they will likely enjoy it. So, you know what? And this, that actually kind of makes a little bit more sense. And Collector, my German friend all the way in Mexico, how's it going, dude? I sent you an email, Collector, and great to see you here. I don't know if you got the email because I sent you one. I was just wondering if the parcel that you sent, I'm wondering if you already sent it or if there was a tracking number. So, anyway, let me know. Let me know if you got the email. I hope you're feeling better too. On top of that, so I hope your illness is in remission right now. So, and Collector says popcorn entertainment means that you have to eat tons of this, not fall asleep. Well, no. Here's what I'm about to say. Okay. You got the Baby Yoda aspect, and granted, some people like that, right? And apparently, Lucasfilm things that kids will gobble it up, and I'm sure there are kids out there that will. And with that aspect, yeah, you got to kind of make it a little bit more lighthearted, right? And if it is made more for families, then I kind of understand where they're going with this movie. Kind of like lighthearted fun. Like they said, it's a popcorn movie basically. And on top of that, most of us older fans, sure, when it comes to Star Wars, we want massive space battles. I mean, like Return of the Jedi or the prequel movies, for example. We want fantastical lasers lighting up the sky kind of thing, right? Um, and maybe, I'm just saying maybe some of the negative reviewers don't get that. Maybe they don't get that. Maybe they don't get that it's supposed to be made for families and a younger audience rather than, you know, the super diehard fan, so to speak, if you know what I mean. So, but I don't know. Comes out Friday, and we will see what happens with this movie. And should I go see it on Friday? I will. You know what? I'll give you my honest opinion. So, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, okay. I'll just tell you what could have been better. So, collector, the thing is 400 years old, can't speak, and has no legs. Need more? Well, yeah, need more legs. So, but yeah. So now that we're over the hour, and a little bit over the hour, let's take a brief commercial break, and then we will get on to the next article. Enjoy.
Flash savings at Omega Mart. Now you can give the gift of stuffed bears for just $29.42. Be sure to pick up some organic insect spray, now $15.98. And on your way out, cool off with some refreshing Omega Mart brand watermelons. Omega Mart does not take responsibility for any injuries, illness, or damage that may result from consumption of our Omega Mart watermelons.
Omega Mart, you have no idea what's in store for you.
Well, I guess we have to give you another news article. I hope it isn't bad news.
No, more than likely, it's probably not going to be bad news. So why would it be bad news? It's all about the good news, right? Well, at least that we're hoping. So, okay. I really miss playing those Omega Mart commercials. Wow. They are so much fun. Kitty's always adorable, even if they're hungry. Yeah, kitties eat a lot, and they talk a lot. Anyway, does Grogu turn black in that movie, or is he Palpatine? Oh yeah, definitely Palpatine. Yeah, sure. So, um, anyway, popcorn entertainment. Yeah, okay. No, I already about that. Yeah. Anyway, collector. Yeah, check your email. Hopefully you got it. So, okay, what's next? I watched the first movie. I downloaded it because I wasn't sure if it was actually going to be good. But I'll definitely download the second movie. Anyway, so this from Batting in the Comics, another review. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this, but first one was not too bad. Second one, well, maybe it's actually probably just as good. Mortal Kombat 2 review. A worthy opponent built on yet one more video game fan service. Like I said, you know what? Okay, I'm going to have to put it this way. Watch the original Mortal Kombat movie. That was awesome. Second one was complete and utter crap. TV show was, what was that? 90s? Mid 90s, I think it was. It was, I mean, yeah. I thought it was, could be better. But what do I know? So, swear to the Lord, if they bait and switch on Masters of the Universe, I will misbehave on the spot. Oh man. You know what? I've actually heard some positive things about it, which is kind of amazing in a way, Collector. I'm holding out on Jar Jar Solo. My God, really? Okay, so Mortal Kombat 2. So we're gonna get definitely Johnny Cage, which is Carl Urban, who is definitely a lot more enjoyable to watch than Pedro Pascal and his mustache. So, God, you know what? Okay, speaking of the mid '90s, Carl Urban. I mean, you really think about it, Carl Urban. He's been in a lot of stuff for a long time. I mean, Carl Urban's been doing stuff since Xena, Warrior Princess. You know, I mean, I know he's on The Boys. He played Bones in Star Trek, you know, and a bunch of other stuff. Judge Dredd in the Dredd movie. You know, he's had quite the quite the quite the screen history. But yeah, dang, he's been in a lot of stuff when you really think about it. So, but in this one, he's Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2. So, here we go. So apparently the 2001 Mortal Kombat reboot felt like a flawless victory for studio committee thinking bogged down to an allergic reaction to actually giving us a tournament and a manufactured protagonist who was received about as well as an unwanted hitchhiker. But apparently Dennis Simon McQuoid and his writer spent 5 years reading The Room. Oh, he better. And this sequel is an aggressive course correction that ruthlessly sweeps aside the dead weight to deliver what we actually put quarters in the machine for. The deep cut lore, the brutal realms, and the unadulterated chaos of the games. Which is true. I mean, I'm not saying that the 2021 movie was bad. It just could have been better. So, if that makes any sense to you. So, not too bad, but it just felt kind of discombobulated a bit. So, and the ending could have been like way better. That's all. It's not bad, but it could have been better. So, but in its desperation to win back the hardcore crowd, apparently the film runs straight into a shadow it can't escape. So Paul W.S. Anderson's 1995 Mortal Kombat remains the undisputed high watermark. That is true. God, 1995, really 31 years ago? Jeez. I think I remember my dad and I watching that in movie theaters. So he kind of got a kick out of it. He thought it was a kung fu movie. So I didn't have the heart to tell him that it was a that it was a video game movie. That it was a hardcore video game movie. Although he got a kick out of it. So only because he liked what's his name that played Raiden in in the movie. You know, the one that played Highlander. Anyway, so 95 Mortal Kombat remains the undisputed high watermark. And I will never shut up about how much I love that film. Says the article, not me. So it's oh God, really? It's a holy text to me? Give me a break. It captured a lighting in a bottle arcade energy that modern cinema keeps trying and failing to replicate. This is true. I don't know why these videos are up here. Yes, Christopher Lambert. Right, exactly, Vince. Thank you. Totally. Just as I was trying to think of the name too. Flawless victory. I want to see animalities eventually, and brutalities, and what are the other ones? I know there are other ones. I just can't remember. You know what? In all honesty, I have not played Mortal Kombat in like forever, since my late teens. So, And collector, oh God, I left college in 1995. Yeah, right. See, we're old. Vince says, yeah, by the way, first set pics of Henry Cavill in Scotland filming Highlander. Yeah, really good stuff. So Lambert makes me think of Disney's Lambert the Sheepish Lion. Oh my God. Really? No, Fez, it's not Jar Jar Kenobi. So he played it really well. That's why I like Christopher Lambert as Raiden in this movie. He just added a really good kind of seriousness and sense of humor into the whole movie, which made it really enjoyable. So because you're never gonna get anybody quite like Christopher Lambert ever again in any movie whatsoever. So when Carl Urban was first announced as Johnny Cage, apparently the article writer said he had his doubts. So Lyndon Ashby cast a long, charismatic shadow, but against all our odds, Urban crushed it. And you know what? He generally does. I can't think of a bad role that he's ever been in. I honestly can't. So he brings a greasy, infectious charm to a version of Cage that takes a massive creative detour. So instead of a prime Hollywood megastar, the movie introduces him as a washed-up convention circuit has-been peddling dusty VHS tapes. He's a total loser when we first meet him. Okay, that's not bad. I can kind of go along with that. Yet Urban completely loses himself in the role and dragged me right along for the ride. There we go. I wasn't in some packed multiplex. It was a pretty quiet theater with just a handful of fans scattered around, including a girl I was sitting next to, says the article writer. But the few of us there were absolutely eating up everything he did. See, like I said, I can't think of any bad role that Carl Urban has done. So he usually plays any role like really good. So he goes on to say every time he pulled off the classic flick of the shades, dropped a corny one-liner, landed a kick, or flashed that signature smug smirk, he owned the room and forced you to have a good time. So the marketing campaign might have billed this as the Johnny Cage show, but the actual film pulls a fascinating bait and switch. So once the lights go down, the script splits into two separate tracks. Handing Princess Katana, which is Adeline Rudolph. The narrative heavy lifting while Johnny heads off on a self-discovery road to the Netherrealm. And because I'm in Canada, I can't play the video. So, hooray for me in Communist Canada. So, let me see here. Darn, because that would have been awesome. Oh, yeah, would have. Christopher Lambert, says the collector, hit someone with his walking stick last Oktoberfest. Did he really? Wow. Like, because somebody did something to him, or was he just acting like an a-hole? Because for some odd reason, I can't see Christopher Lambert acting like an a-hole. I just can't. I don't know why. Husk says, comic. Still being a virtual dad too, Sylvia. How do you deal with her? I throw treats. That's what I do. That's what you're going to do. Yeah. Throw treats. Maybe goldfish. Maybe jubes. I don't know. So, Vince, and that's why you got to get yourself a VPN. Yes. That way I can program the VPN and say, I live in America. And then I can get all the content I want. The collector, blame Canada. Blame Canada. It's not a real country anyway. Not at this point. So, So apparently, despite what some critics are screaming online, Katana doesn't hijack the film as the sole main character. Instead, it plays out like a classic Godzilla versus Kong scenario. Okay, I kind of get where they're going with this. So, flip, tell one side of the story, flip again, tell the other side of the story, till the two meet kind of thing. So apparently Johnny Cage has top billing, but Katana is the one driving the plot. So they operate as co-leads. See, that's not too bad. Balancing Urban's grounded, smart-ass humor against the mythic weight of Edenia. Blah, 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 blah. You can tell I haven't paid attention to the Lord forever. So apparently, ultimately, this is a movie you'll actually want to remember in a week. Maybe not. It operates far more as a collection of high-energy, fan-pleasing moments than a cohesive, cinematic whole. So when the dust settles, it doesn't touch the classic standards of the 95 film, but let's keep it a little bit of perspective. The article writer says this is a massive win in the grand scheme of the franchise's checkered history. So, and like I mentioned before, late 90s, I guess. It completely avoids the absolute disasters of the late 90s. We are looking at another catastrophic face plant like Annihilation. Oh, God, yeah, that was just boring, bad. It's a loud, bloody, unpretentious step in the right direction that respects the source material enough to leave you satisfied, which is exactly what a good, honest spectacle is supposed to do. Like a punch in the jaw. So the guy gave it 3 out of 5 stars, which is not bad. So he lists the cons as Shao Kahn is presented the way he should be, as intimidating. Okay, that definitely is a pro. Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. Okay, definitely pro. And obviously the fighting, which is always a pro. I don't know if this would really be spoilers, but he says cons. I feel sorry for Cole's wife and kids. Okay, whatever. Baraka. Oh, yeah, Baraka. He's in this. I forgot about that. Is underutilized even if he's turned into a joke character. Yeah. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. So. Collector says he was a bit of both. Someone came close for an autograph, but he hit him hard. Went to the hospital. Oh, really? Oh, damn. Damn, dude. I'm interested how they are fitting Quan Chi in this one. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that. I don't know. Better than Eurostar, which is my country's new name. Oh, yeah. Eurostan. Yeah. Definitely. But the other drawback would be the chick playing Jade. Tati Gabrielle. That's Smug Wokey. She did that last video game. I don't know. So. But, you know what? I've been hearing the same thing about Mortal Kombat 2. So it does seem to be not too shabby from what I've been hearing from a few people that have already seen it. So, like actual people that I know that have seen it. I think Jason Fox of 540 Studios. I do believe he said he saw it, and he said it was pretty good. But then again, Jason also saw Rebel Moon, and he thought that was pretty good too. So, Jason's gonna kick my ass for saying that. No. You know what? I do trust Jason's opinion. So, and like I said before, first one, I thought it was okay. It could have been better. So, and I do like Carl Urban, his acting. He puts everything into it. So, yeah, you know what? I'll definitely give this a chance. And Gap, you got to get going. Hey, night, dude. You have a good night, and we shall see you later. So, but you know what? Seeing how it's getting a little bit later, and we're almost at that part of the show where I'm going to have to. I guess I'm gonna have to play you guys a cartoon, aren't I? Because it's near the end of the show, and I got to turn off certain overlays and logos so that you guys can watch it as a whole. And then I stop talking. And Collector says, I really hope Germany falls in the qualifying this year so they won't come to Mexico. And then I have to drive all the way to Mexico City and brew them for constant 12 hours. God. Oh. Gap sends me a link. Dare I link that Gap sends me? Or not Gap. Sorry, Vincent. Jeez, I don't know why I said Gap. That's really weird. So. Okay. Well, you know what? Seeing how it's near the end of the show, I am going to pick a cartoon and local video. What? Nah, it's early. Yeah, I know it's a little bit early. You know what? Last week I played 2. And you know what? So to make up time, because I know the show usually goes on for like 2 hours, but stuff to do, my friend. And there's one customer that I have to get back to before it gets too late where I'm at. So let's see. What should I play? Because I know last week I did the Back to Futurama. And no, I played that one. Huh. No, I'm not going to do Nun Piece. Let's see. Then I did Soul Whatever. Maybe I'll play. Yeah. See, this is what happens when I'm trying to pick something. And I can't find anything to play. Oh, no, you know what? I will play. There we go. Episode 8. Yes. There we go. Enjoy.
I don't get it. Where did the small guy go to?
Okay. Collector, okay. You said you got to go. Not a problem. If you got to go, let's see. I was absent in the hospital again. Oh, dude. Okay. Not a problem. I hope you're feeling better. Like I said, so email me back, and seriously, dude, I'll be praying for you. You know, good to get that cancer out of you, man. So, you know what? Just to fill up the time, we did Captain America. Let's do a DC one. So we'll do another one here. So enjoy this one too.
Who's making all that noise out there? Oh, I shouldn't be in this one, right? I was never here.
Yes. This is why Batman needs to work alone, by himself. No kids, no Robin. Anyway, guys, okay, so that is pretty much a Titillating Tuesday. So, oh, DJ Roddy G, I just got here, he says. Oh, man. You figure you would just be here early, and I'm just going to finish it off. Well, you can hit the rewind. That's not a problem. It's all good. All the content on the show is all good. So you won't mind rewinding and watching it all over because we got the stupid news, and then we picked the I should call it pick the felon. So, and then a couple of news articles and a commercial, and then we got the cartoon thing. Okay, so that being said, this Thursday, what do we got going on Comic Relief Crusader's fantastical sci-fi kung fu movie hour thing, to which I still can't get the title of the show right, because even though I made it up, I can't think of it still. This coming Thursday, we're playing First Spaceship on Venus in Fantasco Vision, or something like that, in Technicolor. so if you are a fan of old sci-fi movies, well, last week we did Kung Fu, and this week we're doing sci-fi. So Thursday, same time, 7 o'clock, Republic of Alberta time, which is 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Every other time zone around the world, respectively, around that. Then tune in this Thursday for First Spaceship on Venus. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be great. It can only be on Comic Relief Crusader Sci-Fi Kung Fu Movie Mania of Cheesiness. There you go. See, I actually remember the name. Comic Relief Crusader Sci-Fi Kung Fu Movie Mania of Cheesiness. This is why I cannot remember that, because I made it too freaking long. So, yes, 3 a.m. Central European time. Oh my God. Well, no, Vince, that's okay. Look, man, just watch it on the rewind. It's all good. It's all good. So that's what we're going to be playing. Looks like Metal Tuna from This Island Earth. Thank you, MST3K. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to get around to playing that. So, because I'm thinking eventually I'm going to probably run out of kung fu movies faster than I will cheesy sci-fi movies. So I'm not exactly sure. So that's going to be going on this Thursday. What are we going to be playing on Saturday on Mike's Movie Matinee? That, you know what? That's a good question. I'm gonna have to think of a movie. It'll be a good movie. I was thinking about probably another Laurel and Hardy movie, because we did Buster Keaton this past Saturday, which was really good, and I did reload it. So watch the reload, okay, instead of the first one, because it crapped out for some odd reason here and there. There was like unacceptable pauses, so I re-uploaded the movie. And you can watch it uninterrupted in its whole. So, and Vince, without me, how could you survive the stream? Vince, let me tell you, copious amounts of drugs. That's how. So okay, yeah. So Saturday, Mike's Movie Matinee. That's what we got going on. Yeah, Laurel and Hardy. That's what I'm going to do. I love Laurel and Hardy. I love ever since I was a kid. There is something I do want to share before I sign off. Here's the thing. I don't know if you guys are still in the chat. Super. Wow, we got 26 people watching on X, which is great. Hello, everybody on X, and those of you that are probably still on Rumble. Hello to you. As you guys know, I am obviously working on a manga. and try to make it better and better. And that's why I got the Sunday shows. And you know, I got to practice my backgrounds more, so I'm trying to improve on that. And so when we do have our referendum, which they're trying to squash in Alberta, saying that it's basically illegal, and we did not consult the native people, even though pretty much all the natives want to separate. It's just the chiefs that have been bought off. Like many of you know, I want to try to make this the Republic of Alberta's first comic, right? First comic out of a new country kind of thing. All of you know that. Most of you know that. I have been working on a trailer for just remember to put huge circles in the backgrounds. Yes. I will. And Winright, thank you. Hold on one sec. And because I'm thinking about showing you guys something here. When it goes to crowdfunding, most of you guys know, hopefully, how the crowdfunding works. Usually they'll have a video to present their work, present their their comic or graphic novel that they want to put out. And so there's always a lot of yapping, showing a few pages, and that's all. But as you know, that's not how I do things. I like to do things with a little bit more flair, and I believe you guys deserve that kind of thing. So I've been working on a trailer, the Alberta Starlord Nephilim Hunter trailer. You're going to whip it out. Oh, I am. So, just like the Comic Relief Crusaders sci-fi kung fu movie of awesome cheesiness, where I kind of wrote that song and then did the music for that intro, I did another one. And I tried to write it in an anime style intro kind of thing. And so currently right now I'm making an anime intro for this. So if you guys want to see it, I will load it up for you. I'll do that right now, actually, as a matter of fact. So let me load it up, and I'll play the whole thing in its entirety. Now, the trailer isn't done. Okay, hold on a second here. Okay. Just gonna let you guys know the trailer isn't done. I probably got a minute into it. So when the screen goes blank, I mean, you'll see a kind of a logo kind of made up for this. So, but let me know if you're going to watch this on the rewind. Please let me know what you think of it here in the chat. Leave a comment what you think of it. And I'm going to try to get this done as soon as possible. And then I will release the whole thing here, obviously, on my channel. So let me know what you think, and I'll play it right now.
Oh, I guess the show is over. Hey, leave a like and a comment, and we'll see you again really soon.
You know what? I forgot I had myself muted the whole time. God. I hate when I do that. Okay. So when Rabe thought it was neat, Vince said, "Oh yeah, look at Mr. Fancy Pants, Mr. Renaissance Man, and in honor of Keely Chow, exactly." DJ Roddy G said, "Yeah, okay, so it's hot." Logo looks metal, says Vince. So yes. God, I can't remember. Yeah, I muted myself and nobody could say here whatever. And DJ Ron G, yeah, so basically Japan for the win, and I'll leave a like because the redhead said so. So yes, exactly, you have to. And a story of my life, he says. True. Well, it's true. So that's why I ask. Basically, thanks for joining in, and again, if you can't, please, I don't ask a lot, but if you can just spread the channel around. And I know you guys hit the like button and that you already subscribed, and make sure the notification bell is, notifying you. And, and like I said before, I try to make the channel, a bit more fun and just try to report on good news instead of, constant talking heads out there that always report on, crappy, boring, oh God, we're going to hate this and we're going to hate that kind of news. So, and like I said, I'm trying to use the platform to also promote myself, and it only helps with bringing more people in here, and trying to get a bit more support for something that I just want to try to do. So, and that's why if you're watching on Rumble or an X or here on the YouTubes, then yeah, hit the little heart emoji or the like button, and really, honestly, share the show around and leave a comment, especially after the show, because it helps the algorithm. And you know what? And if you're on the Rumble side, subscribe to the YouTube side, or follow me on the X/Twitter side. Or if you're on either one of those platforms, then head over to Rumble. So, because you got a little bit more freedom of speech, and if we got a little bit more freedom of speech than we do on the YouTube side, then you know what? Things become a little bit more fun over on the Rumble side. So, and DJ Ronnie said also, I've got good news. a lot of nice Japanese people on Twitter. X. Yes, this is true. I'm trying to follow, or rather talk to quite a few manga artists and creators that are from Japan over on X. So I want to try to collaborate with some independent creators over there because, as you know, trying to get yourself published in, say, Shonen Jump and stuff like that is really, really hard. And there's some really good stories out there. And I think it'd be pretty neat if some of those people got their stories out, in manga format. So I'm thinking of plans. And DJ Ronnie G says you can even have your vids dubbed on Japanese among other languages. Oh, you know what? That would be, yes, because, like you just said, that would be interesting. Well, there was one guy. Okay, you know what? I'm going to share this because you know what? This is going to turn into a 3-hour show as it is anyway. So, Sylvia needs to. Vince says Sylvia needs to get her rear into gear and get more people in here. Yes, I agree, Vince. Because her and her friends, that was quite the onslaught of people that she brought over. I wonder if I dangle a piece of cheese and say, you know what? If I make you a mod, you're gonna have to bring a lot more people in here. That would be fair. But this is how my show sometimes ends too. Yeah. It's true, isn't it, DJ Ruddy G? It's like a Minnesota goodbye. It lasts about a half an hour. No, what I did, I got in contact. I'm going to tell you guys now. I got in contact with a small-time Japanese manga artist that a couple of days ago, about maybe 2-3 days ago, and he's trying to publish himself, but he's looking for alternative ways to get his story out. And I guess in Japan they didn't hear about, or they really haven't considered or maybe even heard of crowdfunding like we do here in North America, because we got crowdfunders like GoFundMe, and we also got was it Fund My Comic? We got indie crowdfunder that Mike and Mindy do over at Divinity Comics. So there's a lot of crowdfunding going on that the majority of the English speaking countries know about. But apparently this guy in Japan never heard about that kind of thing. And so I told him about that. And he's like, oh, wow, this is amazing. I never heard of this kind of thing. So this might be something new to the Japanese market. So I pitched an idea to him. And I said, look, I'm in Alberta. I'm in Canada. I'm looking to crowdfund my comic to get it out. And I said, if I make enough money, I would like to be able to, because remember, manga outsells North American comics, right? So I told them what I'd like to do is be able to bring Japanese creators kind of like under my drop-off comics label, and publish creators from Japan to the North American market, much like how crowdfunding goes here. So what would you guys think of that? If we published independent manga artists from Japan. You know, I mean, here we got Rippaverse, we got Vince, who's doing Phenomenova, who's actually doing quite well. He's actually doing really, really well. We got Mike and Mindy over at Divinity Comics, and they're outselling Ethan Van Schreiber like gangbusters. I mean, God, he hasn't even got Cyberpunk 2 out, for God's sake. So it's building up. But as for mainstream North American comics, manga outsells DC, Marvel, Image like nothing. So what would you guys think of that idea? There's a lot of interesting stories that come out of Japan, and not a lot of artists have the chance in Japan to be able to release those stories, because getting in and getting through an editor, and then on top of that trying to get your story published in Japan, is quite hard. So, Collector, unbelievable. So you guys tricked me into believing the show was over, and then the real fun starts. Told you should have stuck around and not left yet. Man, I played a trailer. And then you come back. You're gonna have to rewind and see it. Give me your thoughts. But anyway, DJ Ronnie G says, I think the US is a huge opportunity for artists there. I do too. That's the thing. See, because remember what we covered on, most of the news here, like coming out of Japan, they're, like with Crunchyroll and stuff like that, with the localizers changing what characters say, like in anime and manga, and they've had enough of it. They've gotten fed up because they're damaging that relationship with Japan. And but what if somebody came along that wants to give somebody a shot there that might not have the shot in Japan? This might be big. You never know, right? So, yeah, it does sound like a really interesting idea. I'm just chock full of them. And Collector says, and yes, let's do this. I will write tomorrow and connect with you with the guys. I want to publish your stuff, and I have the opportunity to. Nice. See? This is what happens when people get together and we network. This is what happens. It's what I've been telling people for the longest time. And DJ Ronnie G says, and the waves, otakus, and Japanophiles here would appreciate it. Exactly. And they would. So that's my idea. Anyway, that's why I want to build up this channel. That's why I want to put out the comic. That's why I want to, for lack of a better way of putting it, that's why I want to try to get a spotlight on this channel. So the more support that we got from actual true fans that actually want to see good stuff coming, have a place to go to, and where we can build something. And this is why I said, if all these independent comic creators out there, for example, got together and formed one big giant company that took on Image and DC and Marvel, you'd slaughter the market. But nobody's doing it. So, all right, we'll just build it ourselves here, starting on this channel, and starting with one comic through my label, Drop Off Comics, because that's what I started with over 30 years ago when I started doing fanzines in St. John. So you better, Collector says, you better learn some Spanish. Oh my God, really? The scene is huge. The scene is huge here. For manga, really? In like Mexico or in the Spanish speaking countries for manga, really? That's interesting. So, and that's good to know, actually, too. So, if that's the case, all right. Because what I would rather do, because somebody actually proposed this question, it's like, well, how are you going to deal with the localizers? When it comes to translating works, it's like, why would that be a problem? All you have to do is just vet people. So, that's all you got to do. The only thing you would have to do is make sure they're not liberal. It's the only thing. Duh. So, yeah, Vince, exactly. Like Thanos said, fine, I'll do it myself. Exactly. Right? Nobody else is going to do it. Fine. And Collector, as told, we only did one comic related to our Predacons, and it was a huge success. And yes, here, Argentina, Puerto Rico, and Brazil. And I work with all of them. Nice. I like that. Good. See? Let us say let's form a battle plan. That's what we should do. So, anyway, okay. It's pretty much almost 9 o'clock. I guess it was a 2-hour show, a little over 2 hours. You know what? That's what we'll do. Dancing rumba on the bus doesn't mean you're a liberal, sir. I guess it doesn't. Well, you know what? Here, let's put it this way. Okay. So, you know what? I know one guy that knows Spanish at work. Really good guy. Manuel. Maybe I might ask him for help. And you, dear sir, dear collector, my German Mexican, if you want, then maybe we can translate some work into the Germanic language and spread it even overseas. You never know. So we'll see what we can do. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it at that. And maybe we'll expand on this on Huge Circles on Sunday. We'll probably talk about it more. Maybe I'll drag Tom in if we can get away from wrestling for a bit. And yeah, we'll make plans. That's what we'll do. So, and yeah, I've been in still in 30 minutes. I asked for satisfaction. Then rewind it, collector, and go watch the trailer I made. That isn't complete yet, but I made an intro. Lyrics, music, everything. I'm working on the animation. Anyway, guys, so you know what? I'm going to sign off. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of a tune again, just like how I did in the beginning. And like I said before, and like Vince said, share, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Leave a comment after the show in the comments section so the algorithm gets noticing this. Spread this to all your friends if you can. Let's build up the channel and let's make positive things happen. So, from me, all the way in the Republic of Alberta, I bid you adieu, and we will see you on Comic Relief Crusaders sci-fi kung fu movie of awesome cheesiness. See ya.
There's a kind of quiet that you only find on the other side. flag, like a moment you arrive at where you never have to brag. Of the same old fears again and carry them around. Turns out freedom is a softer and stranger kind of sound. It's a yes you didn't have to think about, it's a no you didn't fight. It's a Tuesday in October when the room is full of light, and the door is open, the door was always open, and I see it now. Free, not the way the movies say, just a quiet kind of free. There's a person in the mirror who's been waiting all along for the rest of me to catch up, for the rest of me to come home. And I'm here now, and I'm here now, and I'm here now, and I'm here. And these that I was missing aren't as heavy as they were.